Florentino Pérez tears. Yeah. Florentino Pérez tears, man. I got some Oh my god, dude! I got a whole barrel. I got a whole barrel of Florentino Pérez tears right next to here. So I'm gonna be drinking a lot, dude. I may even take a bathroom break. That is just how much tears I am going to be drinking today, brother. This is so ridiculous, bro. Dude, absolute cinema. Absolute cinema, dude. Dude, right here. This is right here, man. Messi. This right here, bro. Oh my goodness. How come I did not think of making some popcorn for this stream? I should have thought about making popcorn for this stream. And if you, for any reason, haven't watched Florentino Pérez press conference today, oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. Rip everybody who doesn't know what the hell I'm talking about. Rip everybody who doesn't know what the hell is this guy laughing about. Because what we witnessed today is going to go down in history as one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard. And I am going to break everything down, dude. I am going to cook Florentino Pérez today. You better be sure I'm going to cook Florentino Pérez today, bro. Wow. Wow. Florentino Pérez on press conference this morning, right? He called the presser since last night. A lot of people thought, including Madridistas, all right, mind you, this is Madridistas and this is Barça fans, right? I can't say silly me because I actually did think he wasn't going to resign. I'm like, there's no way he's about to resign. A lot of Madridistas on Twitter, they were saying that he was going to resign. So he called the presser, and there's three things I want to get to, right? There was three reasons why people thought he was going to do this press conference. Reason number one, people actually thought he was going to resign. You know what? Somebody asked me, right? This is a Madrid fan. Somebody asked me, how would you start rebuilding Madrid? What do you think it would take for Madrid to start rebuilding? The very first thing that I would do is to have Florentino Pérez step down as the president of Real Madrid. He is the main problem. You can say Mbappe is the problem. You can say the players is the problem. 100%. Florentino Pérez is and will always be the problem. This is why I'm laughing. This is why I'm popping champagne. And this is why I'm drinking Florentino Pérez tears, because the longer he is at Real Madrid, the longer he's still the president, the more this problem will keep happening. And I am going to break this down all the way through, thing by thing. I'm going to tell you why I think this. But like I said, let's go back to the three reasons even Madridistas thought he was going to have this press conference today. Reason number one, I already said, people thought he was going to step down. He did not step down. As a matter of fact, he doubled down. He doubled down, bro. He said, come at me all you want. You know, I wish I had a bat. Yeah, this was Florentino Pérez, dude. This is a graphic of Florentino Pérez. Come at me all you want. 15 Champions Leagues. I won 7 of them. And you know what? I won 7 La Ligas. If you come at me, I'm going to hit you with this bat. I got 7 La Ligas, and the only reason why I don't have a 14 is because I was robbed. he literally thinks he was robbed this season. This season, he thought he was robbed. The more you ignore your problem, the more you are going to keep losing. I used to respect Florentino Pérez. As a matter of fact, those who are diehards of this channel, a while back, I said, one of the things I respect the most about our arch rivals is the front office. Right now, this front office is a meme. Right now, Real Madrid, you realize, if I was a Madridista, I couldn't believe my eyes what I'm watching. Barca fans, what the hell, man? This week doesn't make any sense. This week doesn't make any sense. We beat them to win La Liga. Mbappe is posting 2-0 down, hashtag a la Madrid. Valverde is punching, Valverde got into an altercation and somehow he slipped and hit his head in Tchouameni's wrist. Somehow he slipped and Tchouameni was like this, he slipped and he hit his head. That's what he said on his comunicado oficial, by the way. He said, no, I slipped and bumped my head. He bumped it into Tchouameni's wrist. What are we watching? And then Florentino Pérez comes on today, and that's what he's doing right now. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it, bro. I can't believe it. And reason number 2, people thought Madridistas thought Florentino Pérez was going to hold a press conference today because he was going to apologize for such a horrible season, trophyless back-to-back. This is unacceptable. People were expecting accountability. This is including the aficionados, by the way, the socios, by the way. And instead, he didn't do that. Instead, he said he was robbed of, he would have won 14 La Ligas if he never got robbed. So he said, under Hansi Flick, we've been robbing. So, reason number 3, people thought Florentino Pérez was going to have a press conference today. By the way, everybody, before I give you reason number 3, if you're enjoying this content, I'm not going to be making more content like this if you guys don't hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the chat how you feel about this. Reason number 3 why Pete Madridista thought Florentino Pérez was going to hold a press conference today is to address the players' situation. People thought he was going to talk about what happened. People thought he was going to address the Valverde situation, the Tchouameni situation, the Kylian Mbappe situation. And instead, this is what Florentino said himself, right? This is what Florentino said himself. He said, players always fight. Players always fight, and then they'll have and then they'll go over there and have and drink a coffee. He said never wanted to talk about Valverde. The presser asked him. BBC, he got into an issue with them because they were pressing and asking him questions he didn't want to answer. And he said, you know what? I'm unsubscribing this shit. I'm out. The chiringuitos of the world and all that kind of stuff. And he said that fighting is not the issue. The players is not the issue. Instead of having accountability, instead of coming out and say, you know what, dude, this is a total soap opera, bro. A total soap opera. Insane. He went out and said, no, that's not the issue. They can go have coffees after they have fights. Fights happen. The issue was somebody leaking the story. Florentino Pérez, bro. He said the issue was the leak, not the fight. What are we doing? What are we doing, guys? Oh my god, dude. You know what? This is a roasting party, dude. I'm watching. I was watching the roasting with Kevin Hart, bro. They were roasting with the Kevin Hart's roast. This is the roasting party of Florentino Pérez. Florentino Pérez. What the hell are you doing? You know what? One thing that he said, I could not believe my eyes. They were asking him about this woman reporter. He wrote an article about some things that were going on, some turmoil stuff. And he's all like, "Oh yeah, he's looking at the paperwork. This is He's looking at the paperwork like this. Look. He's going like this. He's going like this. Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah. We don't even know. We don't even know if these women even knows if these women even know football. He actually said what I think he said. I don't even know if this woman knows football. I know he's gonna get a lot of crap for that, bro. You are going to get a lot of crap for this, man. This is going to be insane. I can't wait to see what people are going to say. What the press is going to say to Florentino Perez, bro. This is gonna be rich, man. This is gonna be freaking rich, man. I cannot wait for this, bro. I cannot wait for all the backfire he's going to receive for saying the things that he said in this press conference. How can you go against women? You know, there's this one thing called women's sports. There's this one thing called the women football club. You know, you Florentino Perez, you have a women's sport, you have a women football team, Real Madrid Femini, Barça Femini. How can you assume girls don't know the sport? How can you assume girls don't know football? There's a lot of girls that know more football than guys. I mean, why would he all of a sudden say that kind of stuff, man? I mean, this is ridiculous, man. I want to say hi to the chat. How's the chat doing, dude? By the way, Madrid tears, man. Salud. Familia. Salud. Man, so tasty. What a week. Generational. The damage. The damage that Barcelona is causing Real Madrid. What a time to be alive. They are so a bunch of spoiled brats that are used to winning. And this is what happens when you lose. This is what you turn into when you lose. The damage that Barcelona is doing on Real Madrid is generational. These guys have 15 Champions Leagues. 15 Champions Leagues. And the level of insecurity they're showing on display right now when things are not going well. Zero. You know what? The thing that I love the most about today is how little accountability the front office and Real Madrid organization have right now. You know what the worst part of it is? Florentino Pérez is calling, instead of stepping down, you know what he's saying right now? You know what he's saying right now? Come at me. Come at me. I dare you. I dare you to come at me. And this is a message for the socios. He's talking to the socios. Come at me. Who's coming? You and how many more? You and how many more? He literally threatened whoever was going to step up. Instead of resigning, he said, okay, I call for new elections. I call for new elections. Who wants to come at me? Who wants to beat me? I got the power. I got the people. I know I'm going to win. No matter how much you want me gone, no matter how much y'all want me gone, I'm going to beat you. And whoever wants to fight me, I got you on many, baby. I got you on many, baby. I got him on payroll. I got him on payroll already. I got you on many on payroll, bro. He's my security guard. That's literally what Florentino Pérez is saying. Isn't his temp up on 2029? Yeah, but he's receiving a ton of pressure, and people were asking him in today's press conference, "Are you stepping down?" And instead of saying stepping down, he said, even though he had a contract, he said, "Anyone, I'm staying here. If anyone wants to run for president and take my job, I dare you to run for president and to beat me. I'm calling for elections." Basically, that's what he's saying. He's calling for early elections. And he's asking people to tell him, he's asking for people to tell him, come at me. To come at me. And we'll see if you can beat me. I want to see who you are. Dude, that's so narcissistic. And so, I don't know, he's grabbing all the power, right? People even asked him, how is your health? How do you feel? And man, this guy, I don't know, I'm laughing, dude. Florentino Pérez, he looked like a grandpa at a Thanksgiving dinner who didn't give a rat's ass what anybody says. He didn't give a rat's ass what anybody says. And you know what? Madrid tears are so good. I'm going to say something. Florentino, you can fool a bunch of Madridistas. You can fool a bunch of Barca fans. But you ain't going to fool me, bro. You ain't going to fool me, bro. I know why you did this. I know why you're doing what you're doing. This is the old magician trick. The old magician trick. Look over here so that you don't know what I'm doing over here. You don't know what I'm doing over here. One time I was a magician at a magician event. And this guy, this magician, right? He grabbed my hand like this. He grabbed my hand like this and told me to look somewhere what this other guy was doing and to ask him like what card he was doing. While I was looking at the card, he literally, with the same hand he was holding me like this, he literally undid my watch and took it away. I did not felt a thing, bro. I did not felt a thing. By the time I was done with this magic trick, all of a sudden the thing, the magic kept going. It kept going. And all of a sudden, I'm looking at my hand and I'm like, dude, my watch. And I noticed my watch was gone. And I'm telling my wife, I'll tell my wife, hey, my watch is gone. Maybe I dropped it. And my wife, she knew my watch was getting he was taking my watch. And no, she told me to stay until the end stay until the end. We'll go. So I ended up staying, right? I ended up staying. And all of a sudden, the guy finished his trick and said, oh, by the way, look at over here. And he pulls out my watch. And I'm like, dude, how did he get my watch? And I had no idea at the time. It was a really cool trick. But then my wife explained to me how he took my freaking watch when I was looking over there. This is exactly what Florentino Pérez is doing. He talked about Negreira. He talked about elections. He talked about getting robbed. He doesn't actually believe that he got robbed of 7 titles in La Liga, does he? He wants us to do this. Guess what? It works every time. I'm making a stream talking about Florentino Pérez in shambles. And guess what? The story about Valverde is dying down. The story about Kylian Mbappe is dying down. And nobody, there's even the story about him stepping down. Nobody cares. Nobody sees it because look over here, guys, look over here. Don't look at what I'm doing. Don't look at what I'm doing. That's exactly what it's a pure old magician trick. Smoke and mirrors. Exactly right, Billy Mac. Exactly right. The smoke and mirrors is exactly what it is, man. That is exactly what it is. Let's see if Florentino Perez will show up. Will show up home. Him and the players will get cooked by the fans. Well, that's the thing, right? He didn't want to show up for the Barca game because he knew Barca was gonna win. It's funny. If you guys think that we're robbing you, then you know what? That's why you don't show up. I knew this was the reason why they were never gonna do the guard of honor. They were never going to do the guard of honor. Let's take a look at some other things, bro. Let's take a look at a little bit of a few things that I want to show you guys, right? And I'll talk to something.
Miren en los periódicos hoy, 2 artículos que hay en el ABC hoy contra el Madrid. Yo creo que una mujer que no sé ni si sabe algo de fútbol, pero bueno, pues lo anuncio aquí que me voy a dar de baja de la suscripción de ABC por honrar a mi padre. Porque si...
So when you talk about women, right, and you talk about a woman that I don't know if she knows anything about football, this is also another trick, right? What is the trick? It's called discrediting someone. When somebody's saying something, right, the best thing you can do is to discredit. For example, right, if I am a let's say I'm an employee, right, and somebody's saying that I'm stealing something from the company, and the very first thing I say is drug test him. He is a crackhead. So I'm basically saying we shouldn't believe a crackhead. You should believe an employee who's been loyal. That's what discrediting means. And that's literally what Florentino Pérez is doing. He's discrediting the fact that she's a girl and that she shouldn't know sports and she shouldn't know any better. So now he's turning into something that I will discredit this reporter who is talking crap about me. That's basically what he's saying. The fans in Barca need to keep those stories and problems on their players and the forefront. It's the number one forgets them. The battle, his tactics. Yeah. So that is what I'm saying, though. I mean, the crackhead thing. I mean, that's just literally what Florentino Pérez is doing. He's using a trick, and this trick is called discrediting. You discredit somebody. That's literally the first instinct of somebody when somebody says something bad about you, is you want to turn in and try to discredit what they're doing. Let's take a look at some of the quotes that he actually said, because I know a lot of you guys are not going to understand what Florentino Pérez is saying if you guys don't speak Spanish. But listen, bro, if you guys don't follow me on Twitter, you guys want to send me a message. If I never respond to your chats, if you feel like I'm not responding or I'm hanging out with the chat as much as I should, well, this is a way that you can ask me questions and you can say hi, and I'm very active on Twitter. Everyone that adds me on Twitter, I respond almost to everybody. So if you're not one of those people who reached out on Twitter, then this is right here, my Twitter account, Miguel L9. I'm extremely motivated to reach 1K followers. So right now, I'm hanging out mostly on Twitter, guys. These days, I'm hanging out mostly on Twitter. Hey, by the way, guys, look at what I tweeted, right? Look at what I tweeted. I tweeted this. I said, Beanie, can you tell us how many El Clásicos Barcelona has won in the last 2 years? Vinicius Jr. is calling like he sees it. He says 6 out of 7. 6 out of 7. That's what he's saying, man. That is what he's saying. Volume moves like Messi on that Twitter. Trust. Exactly, bro. Exactly. You at me on Twitter. Right now, I'm on it. I'm trying to reach 1K. I'm trying to reach 1K. So right now, everyone that wants to say hi to me, and I'm not too accessible. I'm very accessible on Twitter. So guys, let's keep going because I want to show you guys. I want to show you guys a few quotes from this Florentino presser because listen, man, this is one thing. Let me just read this tweet real quick. It's something I wrote today this morning. This Florentino Pérez press conference is a historic embarrassment. Real Madrid this week has been a complete shambles, and I am here for it. The fact that they are not acknowledging their internal issues and they keep losing and they keep with this losing mentality from Negreira mentality. This is the Negreira mentality. This is why Barcelona will dominate the next decade. And right now, the fact that he even mentioned Negreira is utter ridiculous, man. And what is one thing that Lamine Jamal said, right? Guys, I got 41 likes, 127 people. What is this, man? You guys are moving like Florentino Perez, bro. You guys are moving like Vinicius Jr. in the Clásico, bro. They rove and they complain. Look, this is what Florentino Perez said today. I won 7 Champions Leagues. See, this is what I was saying in my intro. This is one thing that he's saying, right? Okay, we had 2 losing seasons. This is basically what he's saying right now. I had 2 losing seasons, and I've won 7 Champions League and 7 La Ligas. And the only reason I didn't win 14 is because I was robbed. Florentino Perez, this is your look. Salty tears. Very, very salty tears from Florentino Perez this morning. I cannot believe it, bro. The guy was supposed to acknowledge. The guy was supposed to acknowledge the situation at Real Madrid, and instead he went the other route. So this is the thing, right? One thing I want to say. People actually thought Florentino Perez was going to take step down. I don't know who thought that. I would never think that in a million years. People thought he was going to announce Mourinho as the next manager. He didn't do that. Instead, he takes the aggressive route, is to go against the media, and he's basically calling everybody fake news. And I saw Dave this morning. He was calling Florentino Perez the next Donald Trump. And this is what Dave was saying this morning. I thought it was funny, hilarious. It's literally the same tactic, right? The same tactics, fake news, the media, they are out to get us. And he literally said this textually. How can you guys talk bad about the best team in the world? He literally said that. He said, how can you guys talk bad about the best team in the world? Okay, so we're not going to do our job. If Valverde is punching Chouamani, they should shut up and dribble because it's the best team in the world. Nobody should do their job, and they should look the other way every time something is with Real Madrid. So this is Florentino Perez legitimately confirming that he controls the media. And every time the media tries to do their job, he is right then and there ready to pull the trigger on whoever is basically doing what he doesn't want them to do. If the media says something, how dare you talk about Real Madrid? How dare you? We are the best club in the world. You should never talk about Real Madrid, no matter what. That's basically what he said, didn't he? Is that not what he said? Is that not what he said? How dare you talk about the best club in the world? So, for all those doubters, he proved a lot of people right today, and it was Florentino Perez. And this one, he's literally saying everybody don't talk about Real Madrid. Do not talk about Real Madrid. Not in this way. Not on my watch. Let's talk about Barca times. Let's see if anything new came up. Anything new. Oh! Oh! Oh, guys, what I'm about to show you right now. You won't believe this. You're not gonna believe. Woo! I want to see popcorns in the chat, bro. I literally want to see popcorns in the chat, bro. I want to see popcorns in the chat, dude. I can't believe this, bro. I cannot believe this, bro. This is what Barca Times just put out there right now. But the Barca team is watching Florentino Pérez conference from the movie theater, bro. From the movie theater. This is cinema, bro. Cinema, bro. This is what Barca is doing, man. This is look at that's what Barca Time just tweeted this out, bro. This is so ridiculous. It just keeps getting better, bro. It just keeps getting better and better and better, man. I don't know, man. This whole thing has been a Mona Lisa, bro. This is I cannot explain to you the amount of trolling we can do to Real Madrid. Diabolical. Oh my god. This is diabolical, dude. This is savage, bro. The fact that Barca Times posted this, you know what? You know what would have been funnier if Barcelona's account did this. I can't believe they would do anything like that. No, they wouldn't do they wouldn't do anything like that. But this is by the way, Barcelona put out a statement. Remember this the attack from Real Madrid to Barcelona. Florentino Pérez saying we were robbed of 7 La Ligas. The legal team of Barcelona right now, as we speak, they are looking into this and potentially if Barcelona sees it necessary, Barcelona will press charges. Barcelona will press charges. They will press charges on Real Madrid for defamation. So they're looking into this right now. Oh my goodness, bro. This is so freaking this is great, man. This is freaking great, man. So look at this, right? Regarding the press conference called by the president of Real Madrid, Florentino Pérez, we inform you that our legal department is carefully studying his statements and accusations. This is in a potential lawsuit from Barcelona and Real Madrid. That's basically what this comunicado really means. I'm assuming this was the official statement from Barcelona. Right now, they are not happy with Florentino Pérez, right? They're not happy with what he's been saying, and I hope that they can sue Real Madrid, because this is something that he's saying just because he wants to create smoke and mirrors, like Billy Mack said. This is just to create smoke and mirrors. Florentino Pérez spent an hour and a half talking about how he's the best, that he is the best, how everyone is against Madrid, and the last but not least, the weekly mention of Negreira. When asked about what went wrong this season, he moved on to the next part of the broadcasting. Yeah, he did not want to hear anything about what's going on. He did not want to say this. And one thing I forgot to tell you guys, look, this is something that I posted. I posted this. There's a picture I posted today, right? Oh yeah, this is gonna be in the replies. I posted this picture on Real Madrid's website. Not website, right? I posted this picture, right? On let's see. There was a reply. I have a lot of replies, but I posted a picture on one of these sites that was talking about. Okay, I remember which one it is. Let me check. Hold on, guys. Bear with me. Bear with me. I'm telling you, it'll be worth it, bro. It'll be worth it. Here it is. Here it is. Look, right? I commented this. Look at this is what I commented, right? This is exactly what I commented right here. This website, this page from Madridistas, Madrid Extra, breaking. Florentino Pérez has requested an emergency press conference. It will be held at 18 hours. Look, what did I write? I tweeted this. My guess is he's about to unleash on Negreira. You are so predictable. You are so predictable. I did not watch. I'm not watching any football right now. I know it's Cristiano Ronaldo up against Benzema. What happened? Let us know what happened between Al Hilal. Oh no, not the Al Alhi. Perez and Al Nassr, legendary battlers. They lost. They lost. That was the final, right? Was that the final? Let me look into that. Let me look into that. I'm gonna go Al Nassr. Al Nassr. Finish the mission. Al Nassr. Well, they're winning right now, right? Or what happened? All right, there was literally a touch on the ball. Al Nassr player to build up. How is this disallowed for offsides? Oh, there was a goal and there was an offside. So the game is still going on right now. Oh, there was a penalty. What a surprise. Al Nassr. Oh, so the game's 1-1 right now. Oh, wow. So the game is 1-1 right now, huh? It ended 1-1. Was this a final? 1-1 draw needs all right, let's see. It says a 1-1 draw. Al Nassr Nassr needs a point for the final game to win the title. So okay, so this is this is not a cup. This is just a league. So if this stands, are there champions today? Are there champions today? I already told you guys, if I'm not reading your chat, just gotta keep posting them. And I'm not usually right now. I wasn't reading the chat anyways. Search up the last goal. Yeah, okay. So that's basically what you guys are saying. Did you? Okay. All right. So let's see. Oh, they just scored, right?
Bola.
8th minute.
Faz o arremesso manual, jogou lá dentro. Saiu do
Oh,
gol!
goalkeeper.
Gol!
Goalkeeper. Oh, goalkeeper. Oh, no. The goalkeeper, bro. The goalkeeper. Oh my god. Are you guys watching the game? Yeah, that was a big mistake. But big mistake, man. Big mistake by the goalkeeper there. Are you guys watching the game? Are you guys watching the game right now? You guys know where do you guys even watch these games? I didn't even know, bro. Like I never watch. By the way, guys, everybody like this stream right now, please. If you enjoy my content, please like this stream right now. Goalkeeper sold. But I got a question. If it's 1-1, does Al Nassr win the league? I don't know this much, so I wouldn't know. WTF, man. Look at this guy's face, bro. Look at this guy's face, man. Look at this guy's face, bro. Saudi officials did everything to Penaldo to win it. Okay, but I just want to know, is these like Dude, that's funny. Nico Williams. For real. For real, bro. But guys, somebody tell me, please. I want to know. I just want to know if they win, if who's gonna, let's see, Al Nassr needs 2 points in the last game. So is this the last game of the league, or there's more games? Miguel Perez can shut the hell up. How dare he insult Barça, the sextuple treble winners, something Perez never done. Exactly, man. 100%. I'm with you. Okay, so they have 1 game left and they need 2 points to win it. And if they don't, so they need 2 points. So they need a victory in the last game. And what if they don't get 2 points? Who wins? Does that mean the Al Hilal or Al Alhid from Benzema? Do they win the title? Who would win the title if they don't get 2 points? One more game, they need a draw. But that's the thing. People are saying they need 2 points. They need 2 points, not 1. Man, you guys really follow this league, bro? You guys really follow this league? F this league, bro. Seriously. I don't care for this league at all, bro. Like, the only thing I care is that Cristiano Ronaldo does not win a title with Al Nassr, bro. That would be an all-time historic, man. But people are saying they need 2 points, not 1. People are saying they need 2 points. They need 2 points. It's just 1 point, not 2. Okay. So, I mean, that basically means if they don't lose, then they'll be, they'll do that. Yeah. Man, but it's funny though. It is funny though. I wish instead of this guy's face, I wish I would have seen Cristiano Ronaldo's face. Ronaldo's a bomb. Oh my God. Look at the table for their league. Yeah, probably. Nah, I don't care enough. I want to keep roasting Florentino Pérez instead, bro. I want to keep roasting Florentino Pérez and some of the things that he said, bro. Okay, so he says we are prepared a video showing 18 points that were taken from us this season. Guys, they were robbed. This is why they lost. They didn't lose it because they are losers. They didn't lose it because they're not good enough. They didn't lose it because they don't win games. They lost it because 18 points were stolen from them. Okay, fair enough. You got me. 18 points coming your way. All right. If you got robbed, why did you fire Xavi Alonso? I can't hear you, Mr. Florentino Pérez. If you got robbed, why did you fire your manager? Let me zoom in real quick. Why did you fire your manager if you got robbed for 18 points? Hey, if my employee gets robbed, why would I fire him? He got robbed. It's not his fault. He got robbed. Dude, they took my money, but my employee didn't take it. He got mocked. Like, he got mocked. Why would I do that? Why would I fire my employee? So which one is it? Which one is it? Are you robbed or not? If you're robbed, why you fire the manager? The manager was doing a good job. He was just a victim. He's your employee. Why would you fire him? 18 points. I mean, that's got to be some sort of robbery, right? I mean, an all-time robbery. So keep your manager. Keep your manager. You fired him. Why would you fire a victim? So should Xavi Alonso file a complaint? Should he file a lawsuit against you for wrongful termination of his contract? Because he got robbed, you shouldn't have fired him. I just want to know, which one is it? Did you get robbed or not? If you're robbed, you should not fire your manager. But if you're not robbed, your actions speak louder than words. Do you actually believe that he fired, that you actually believe that you got robbed 18 points? This is a cooking session, bro. This is a cooking session. I told you guys. Listen, only 7 league titles won in my presidency. Actually, I actually won 14 of them. The rest were stolen from me. Let's take a look at it. Perez, only 7 league titles in my presidency? Only 7 of them? Well. I didn't win 7. I won 14. But they stole 7 of them. I didn't actually lose them. I'm actually a winner every season. I just get robbed. I cannot believe that he said this, bro. I cannot believe that he said this, bro. He actually thinks people are going to defend him and take his side. There's actually channels out there already praising what he said. And they're drinking the Kool-Aid. Dude, I haven't watched this video, but I saw, for example, the Global Madridista. He uploaded a video, and then on that video, he said, well spoken, or the Godfather has spoken. Kind of gave me the vibes that he's going to side with him. And Global Madridista, he's made videos talking about Negreira, saying that the league is corrupt, and that's the only reason they lose, and this victim mentality. Well. Who was calling us sore losers, victim mentality, when we lost and we were complaining that we got robbed against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League? Who was calling us cry babies, losing mentality? Who? Well, how things have changed. Now they are doing exactly the one thing they told us that we were doing. That we were never going to win the Champions League because we have a losing mentality, because we blame the refs, we blame the system, we blame this, we blame that, we blame the referee, we blame Javier Tebas, we blame everybody else. Now you are doing exactly the same thing. Look at you. You didn't even notice, did you? You didn't even notice. This is a Real Madrid that Florentino Pérez sold us. They were going to run Europe for the next decade, and they were going to win everything. And if Mbappe lands Madrid, the world needs to get ready. The world needs to get ready, man. Let's finish up, man. I'm taking way too long on this stream. But this is reach, man. This is, you know what? Florentino, quédate. Florentino, quédate. Florentino, quédate. Dude, I'm happy that he's staying, bro. keep this losing mentality. Keep blaming the system. Keep saying all this stuff. I know we broke you. Barcelona has broken. Hansi Flick broke Real Madrid, bro. Broke him. Broke him. We beat them in Super Cups, 2 of them, 2 finals. We beat them in Copa del Rey final. We beat all the Clásicos last season. We beat them in this Clásico. Again, 2 times. 6 out of 7. Hansi Flick has ruined you. And he doesn't want to acknowledge that they're in complete disarray, in complete shambles. This is ridiculous. And I'm happy. You know what? Barca fans, guys, how can somebody explain to me how I have 57 likes with an average of 140 people watching? Come on, man. I'm going to do a study on this. Why does it take so long for people to like the stream? Man, Florentino, quédate, bro. Florentino, quédate. Seriously. Quédate, Florentino. Please. Please, quédate, bro. I'm serious. Can I move my screen somewhere else? No, I guess not. I can't. Yeah, so let's keep reading this, man. There's more stuff. There's more stuff. Okay. He doubled down on the Negreira case is the biggest scandal in football history. Oh, Florentino Pérez. Oh, Florentino Pérez. Somebody tell this, dude, I don't want to disrespect Florentino Pérez, bro. He's an old guy. He could be my grandpa. He could be my great grandfather, bro. Like it's just, I don't want to disrespect him. But dude, can somebody please just tell him there's been Juventus being relegated because they were caught in 4K cheating. And videotapes exist. And there's so many other cases about corruption and there's been found guilty. This Negreira case is still on court. And it has been dragged for years because they're still looking for something to incriminate Barcelona, and they cannot find anything. And by the way, spoiler alert, they will not find anything at all. Barcelona will not be guilty of the Negreira case because they are building a case that Barcelona is corruption, and there are no evidence of corruption. There is evidence of Barcelona paying. Okay, there's Barcelona paying Negreira, but not. They can't quantify or find what people say in Spanish is el cuerpo del delito, right? Is the corpse of the crime. What is the corpse of the crime? This is literally everything you need to ask yourself in a criminal case. Where is the corpse of the crime? If there was a crime, there's a body. So it's important to find the body. So they're trying to find the body on this whole Negreira case, and there's no body. There's no body. That's it. And they can take as long as they want, man. I'm done with this Negreira stuff, bro. Like it just takes on, it just takes too much time. By the way, thank you everybody who watching today's show. This Florentino roasting party is amazing, man. I did not expect this. I did not expect this morning. I'm gonna tell you that, man. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Everything, the quotes that came out of Florentino, man, the quotes that he said, bro, this is ridiculous, man. Florentino Pérez, I will soon send a complaint to UEFA about the Negreira. Florentino. Oh my goodness, man. This is funny. I mean, this is cinema, bro. This is cinema, bro. Now he's gonna send a complaint to UEFA. Why? Why does UEFA care about Negreira in La Liga? That's just La Liga stuff. By the way, we should look into what did Tony Kroos say something? Real Madrid managed to avoid a heavy defeat in Barcelona, settle for 2-0. So I actually agree with Tony Kroos. He's absolutely right. And I said this last night in yesterday's stream, guys. In yesterday's stream, I said Barcelona was merciful. We were 2-0 and we started cruising in this game. We knew Real Madrid was never going to score 3 goals. We knew Real Madrid was never going to score 3 goals. And we started cruising, and we missed a ton of chances. Lewandowski, Fermin should have had a brace. Easily should have had a brace, Fermin. And that's just the plain truth. And he's absolute spewing facts, man. Tony Kroos is absolutely right. Like Barcelona, it could have been a historic 4-0, 5-0, 6-0. If Barcelona had Lamine Yamal, people will say, "Oh, if Madrid had Mbappe." Dude, Mbappe was not there because he didn't want to deal with the fans. He knew we were going to win this game. Mbappe didn't want to be there. Get it through your heads, guys. Mbappe is doing whatever the hell he wants at Real Madrid. Whatever the hell he wants. Look, I'm telling you guys, look, this is what I'm gonna do. Look, this is how I know that at least you know that I'm not lying to you. I think Neil posted something. I think it'll be faster. Neil. I think it'll be faster if I go through Neil's stuff, because he tweeted something about hold on. Because he did tweet something about this is right here. Look, I got proof right here. He does whatever the hell he wants. Whatever the hell he wants. Look, Kylian Mbappe, he's all of a sudden Mr. Real Oviedo. Mr. Real Oviedo is back in action, guys. A round of applause. Mr. Real Oviedo, Mr. Angola, Mr. Osasuna, Mr. Mallorca is back. Look, new. It is very likely that Kylian Mbappe will be available versus Oviedo. The discomfort he had on Saturday has, ladies and gentlemen, has disappeared. What a speedy recovery. Mr. Real Oviedo. He sees Oviedo in the calendar. He will score a hat trick. And he's going to work towards that Pichichi right back. Long live Kiki. Long live Kiki at Real Madrid. Lovely Kiki. Long live Kiki, bro. Seriously, the discomfort has disappeared. The rumor has it that he found out Arbeloa was going to drop him from the starting lineup, and he didn't like it. And on Saturday, he found out, and he said he had an issue with his knee. And even a lot of people from Real Madrid camp, they were saying that they don't believe his injuries. And you know what? This is actually proof. If he's somehow again saying that he's fine again, then of course, what that means, what does that mean? Well, that actually means that Mbappe is faking injuries, man. Mbappe is faking injuries. You know what, guys? I actually want to do something that I wasn't planning on doing. I am going to post the link to this stream. If anybody wants to call in, you can call in. I'm gonna open up the stream, guys, in case somebody wants to call in right now. you guys can call in, and I need to answer something really quickly. Let's see. Let me share. I just posted. The link. Yeah, if somebody wants to call into this show right now, you guys can call in while we finish up and wrap up this stream. Like, this has been a cooking session, bro. This has been a hell of a show. Unbelievable, man. What we have done to Madrid is generational. It is generational. I will never forget this season, bro. I will never forget this season. In the past 2 years, I have never could have imagined in my wildest dreams, bro. In my wildest dreams, I would have thought that this was gonna happen, bro. I really didn't, man. To be honest, let me get this. Let me copy this link and send it to someone. I think somebody wants to call into the show. But seriously, man, this is just what I'm thinking, right? If anybody wants to call in, do it right now, man. I'm gonna read the chat for a little bit, and I'm actually gonna here. Okay, so Mbappe promised Messi he ruined Real Madrid. LOL. Mbappe loves Barca. He does, dude. If there's any, is there any Madridista? Is there any anti-Madridista worse than Kylian Mbappe, bro? Worse than Kylian Mbappe, bro. And you know what? Let's bring him so that he can show the entire world that he hasn't fallen off. They hates Madrid. LOL. All right, so we got a caller, so we're just gonna add him on, and give me 1 second, bro. Let me just what is up, man? How's it going?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. How are you?
All good. How's things?
Man, generation cinema.
Congratulations
Florent-
to every Barca fan.
Hey, you're Madridista?
No, of course I'm a Barcelona fan.
Because you said congratulations, like you're not, like, because you said how you doing, so I didn't know. I was thinking, like, that's weird. I thought you were gonna be a Barca fan, but no, it's a great time, dude. It's cinema. It doesn't get any better, man. What the damage that Barcelona has caused Madrid has been even worse than I thought.
Yeah, it's like the thing is, I don't know why they keep on bringing this up, the Negreira case. I guess it's something just to like, all right, it's like it's become a habit every time Madrid are under pressure. It's like, okay, we gotta throw them, a bone, throw it back at Barca. But I guess it's also unfortunately with the way that football works in Spain, specifically with Barcelona and Madrid, there's unfortunately politics in it, and this is part of it.
Yeah. Were you at least surprised though, like what Florentino Pérez about anything that Florentino Pérez said today?
Honestly, I didn't expect, as I heard you earlier in the stream, I didn't expect him to resign. I think that was just wishful thinking from haters of Perez.
Yeah.
But I always thought that Perez, the announcement, it was something got to do with him about something related to, in a sense of what's been happening or what's the performance. But even surprisingly, he didn't talk much about the performance at all. It was just more about himself, which I understand. From his perspective, he had to shut down some rumors.
Yeah, I mean, that's a back-to-back right now, back-to-back seasons where Real Madrid been trophyless, and I thought he would at least have some sort of an accountability. And the fact that he hasn't, it makes me so happy, because that means these problems will never get fixed, because he doesn't see them as problems. He sees them as victim, and that we robbed them.
Yeah, that's true. Sorry, that's true. That, I mean, the whole robbing situation, like I said, it's becoming an old story that's being recycled each time, and I think that should be just You know what? Don't even be surprised if he brings it up again. In 1 month time or post World Cup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, like he said, he should just swallow it and take the loss. And now what he should do is just reflect on the team. How can I improve the team? What needs to be done. And obviously, I think even for Barca fans or Madrid fans, I think everyone knows what needs to be done. And I said this on Faisal's stream the other
Yeah.
day was, if we wanted to go more details on that, they need to have Rehall in the midfield. And I
Mm-hmm.
think they need to sort out, obviously, the Mbappe and Vinny situation, which, in my opinion, I think they should cash in on Vinny.
You think they should sell him? How much you think they'll sell him? How much you think they'll get for him?
You see, he's on his last year of a contract, and obviously that's going to bring his price down. And I think from Madrid's case, anything between 100 and 150, they should take it.
Yeah, I mean 150. That's a ridiculous offer. I mean you're getting 150. I think that's a sell, automatic sell if Vinny wants to leave. But I think even 100 to 120. I think 100 million right now. I don't think in Europe somebody's going to give you more than 120 for him.
If look, other clubs, 100 million is a steal.
Yeah.
And the reason why 100 million would be offered, I would assume, is basically because he was on his one year contract left.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, if it's on a 2-3 years, I think we're talking about 180 plus.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, what would you do for Real Madrid, for Madrid fan? What would you want them to do to kind of rebuild them?
Okay, so I stated the obvious that they should sell Vinny, but having a reflection on it, Mbappe is a very good player, and he's obviously their star player, world class. Obviously, he should go on the left. He should go on the left because after watching him, obviously for a while, even Thierry Henry, he said this on CB. He said this indirectly, but he was always saying Mbappe needs to know when to make the right moves forward. Catch them. And we've seen it, last year, where how many times were Barcelona caught Mbappe offside? I
Yeah.
think it was like 7-8 times. And to me, Mbappe is it shows that he doesn't have football intelligence because he relies solely on speed. If I were to tell you remove speed from Mbappe, what does he have?
Finishing.
But he doesn't have the brain to put himself in that situation.
Yeah.
It's not a disrespect, but like, for example, like Cristiano Ronaldo, I remember I was listening to an interview, and he said when he was 27, 28 years old, which is exactly the same age Mbappe is now, he started to shift the way he played football. He started to
Mhm.
go more central. He started to be more of a fox in a box, a striker, in the box striker. And I was already
Mhm.
at 27, 28. So, and he still had speed. And if you like I said, so I think Mbappe, if he doesn't want to make the effort in
Mhm.
terms of moving in, learning how to play as a striker, intelligent striker, then obviously he's just going to rely on his speed. And obviously, I would take Mbappe over Vinny any other day. And what Madrid needs to do is then, okay, is if Mbappe is going to go on the left,
Mhm.
they should buy obviously a first team quality striker. Who that is, you know what? In today's football, it's very hard to find even a quality striker. I think everyone is more of a system-based player.
Yeah. I mean, somebody say here in the chat said he's not even worth 80. I mean, in today's market, it's so inflated, man. It's a Vinicius Jr. with the accolades and his resume that he's done in the Champions League, his experience. A lot of people will think that Real Madrid is the issue and that they can work with him and get that best version of him that he showed at Real Madrid when they were actual good football team, when they had the likes of Lucas Modric, when they had the likes of Tony Cruz, for example, when they had Benzema, when they had more of a actual functioning winning team. And a lot of people are going to see that, and they are going to say, okay, so maybe we can fix that. And 80 million, I mean, that would be low for him, in my opinion. But yeah. Anyway, if somebody's calling in, you guys gotta I think you guys gotta allow the device and I got Matthew on the line, but I can't add him on because it's he needs to connect the mic. It's mainly the mic, not the camera, but it's the mic. If you guys are gonna call in, it's you have to allow the mic, otherwise it's not going to work.
Y-
But now, man, what were you gonna
You,
say?
I was gonna say, I wanted to ask you, what do you think is the reason Madrid didn't sign a replacement in the midfield? If we're talking about Cruz, they didn't find a replacement. Didn't find or didn't want is two different things. Neither Modric. Is it money? Is it something else or what?
In my opinion, I think they literally thought that with Jude Bellingham, they basically solved that issue because Jude Bellingham came in that 2024 season when they literally won the title. They literally won everything. So they said, you know what, this works. That was the first season, right, where they have the Jude Bellinghams of the world. Tony Cruz had literally retired. They had Chouameni join the team as well. So it was kind of a rebuild. They did kind of rebuild. They thought they had rebuilt their midfield. Obviously, Lucas Modric ended up retiring last season, and they still thought, with Camavinga and Arda Güler, they thought they were just going to get by. And it's. I don't think it's not that they don't want to. I believe they don't have as much money as people think they have.
I
Uh,
agree. I agree on that.
I think so, and I don't think they can go out and spend 100 million euros on a midfielder right now. They're probably just gonna spend, maybe they can probably spend it on a couple players, a little bit like Barca, right? Barca doesn't have like 120 million to just go drop on Julian Alvarez. Like we don't have it, but do we have 120 million to spend? We do. We just don't want to put it in one player. And I believe this is the situation where they're on right now. Tony Cruz retiring meant they can't really sell him either, so they can't get money for him. And at the end of the day, like I feel, I think they're being stubborn. They need a playmaker and a deep line. Like they need somebody to control that midfield, bro. Like they just have to. Like even a Frankie De Jong. People laughed at me like 3 months into the season when I said Real Madrid needs even a player like Frankie De Jong, somebody who can control the tempo, can do something different in this midfield that nobody else does or seem to be able to do. And people laughed at me. And I look, dude, De Jong will. I mean, if I was Real Madrid, dude, I would be looking into Frankie De Jong, to be honest.
Frankie De Jong like player or directly Frankie De Jong?
I'm thinking directly Frankie De Jong. Like Barcelona could literally be on like he could literally sell it. Like, you know what? Barcelona's midfielder right now. We have Gavi, we have Bernal, we have Pedri, dude, Fermin, Olmo, Casado will probably leave, but we're stacked, dude. Like, I'm not saying Frankie De Jong is for sale, but if an offer comes in like 80 to 85, 90 million euros, dude, I think Barcelona will think about it.
It's funny you bring about the Frankie De Jong because this was something I talked about with Faisal in terms of Endrick the player, and I think you were in that stream and you heard. And what I was saying, since you brought up Frankie De Jong, would you take a swap deal for Frankie in exchange for Endrick?
No,
Because for me, I love Endrick,
do
and
it.
you wouldn't do it.
No. Frankie De Jong is in his prime. He's 28, 29 years old. I think he just turned 29. Actually, I think today's his birthday. Funny enough. I think he just turned 29. He's in his prime. He's got at least 3-4 years. I think Endrick is a very great footballer. But for example, I don't think he solves our issue. I think I heard you talk about Endrick on Faisal's.
Yeah.
I don't think it works. I believe he's a bit short for a striker. I believe he may be better as a winger on the right side, which is why Madrid should keep him because they need a right winger. Why don't you just have Endrick play on the right? Like as a natural lone striker, I don't think it's Endrick's best. See, I think even Julian Alvarez is much better footballer that I'm willing to I'm willing to sacrifice that he's not that box presence. He's not going to move that CBs around all that much, but he's going to drop deep and he's going to link up extremely well. That I'm willing to do that. But when it comes to Endrick, I know Endrick's not going to be able to do that. So I believe he's a bit more limited, and I think you can get more from him on the right. And we already have Lamine Yamal on the right. So for me, Endrick wouldn't make sense for me. If you're telling me right now, PSG gives me Barcola and I give them Frankie de Jong, done deal. Done deal.
Oh, you take Barcola.
I would take Barcola for Frankie de Jong, yes. I think Frankie de Jong is great, but his salary is extremely high at the club. It will be awesome to have him for next year, absolutely. We need him. Yes, we need him for the big games. We need him for the big time moments. But at the price tag we're paying him, moving off of that price tag, moving off of Lewandowski, moving off of Kunde, these are players who are making so much money at the club that when they leave, they're going to free up so much space and we can do a lot more with it. And Frankie de Jong is in that gray area where he's an unbelievable footballer. We need him. But at the same time, we have an incredible depth at that position. As a matter of fact, I think with Pedri, he may work even better with Gavi or Bernal than he actually does with Frankie defensively. It's a more balanced.
I don't think Gavi is a bit of injury prone. I mean, he just came back. And I think it will take a good 6 months.
Yeah. But we have Bernal. That's the thing. We have Bernal as well. So it's like Bernal is another player who's fantastic. And if he makes another leap, takes it to another level, I mean, right now we'll really be looking into. Look, I'm not saying I want to move off Frankie, and people mistake me as somebody who thinks that we should move off Frankie. I'm just looking at. I'm just trying to be a visionary here because I'm looking at how much he makes and the depth that we have at that position, and the fact that there's a Gavi's injury prone. Absolutely, he goes hard every play. Of course, he's gonna get injured, but we have Bernal, we have Pedri. I mean, what if, for example, Bernardo Silva comes in as well on a really team friendly deal? These are the things that you weigh in, and you're thinking to yourself, people are saying that Frankie is key for Hansi Flick's system, but I don't know. I got it. I just got it. I would have to think about that because I don't know if that's actually true. But I got Barca Reacts in the house, and I got Matthew. How's it going, guys?
What's up?
Go ahead.
No, that's up, man. You go.
No, I was about to say I'm doing great, man. You know what I'm saying? Florentino Pérez crash out, right? I just heard you guys talking about Frankie de Jong, right?
Dude,
so, interesting.
It's so good, Jonas. It's so good. I should leave you guys talking for like 10 minutes, and I should go make myself some popcorn. This is how good this stuff is, man.
Treat yourself to a milkshake too, boy, while you're at it. Bro, it's unreal.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was hearing your Frankie point volume. I'm not gonna lie. I understand it. I feel like a lot of fans, when we're talking about Frankie de Jong, like when volume's speaking, right? Because volume, I remember you made a video a long time ago if Barcelona should consider selling Frankie. I think
you remember that? You remember people went at me in the comments.
Yeah, you were getting cooked in the comments, but the thing is that you actually gave good points. Like the thing is the salary of Frankie de Jong is also very big. So if you get off the books, you could have two players potentially.
Yeah.
So and you know what I mean, and you still have Marc Bernal emerging. It's not the worst situation. And also, if Barcelona ever do cash in on Frankie, I don't think they can do in the future after the summer, to be honest. But I don't know if I would sell Frankie right now because is Bernal ready? Is Gavi ready to step up? Unless these guys,
Gavi's 21, bro. He's ready. I think the injury gods haven't done him well, and I think that's the issue.
That's the thing. If you move on Frankie, you have to be sure Bernal and Gavi are ready to step up right now. And I don't know if Bernal was very good in the second half of the season, but he still didn't start that Clasico. So does he have Flick full trust yet? So I don't know. It's still interesting, you know?
Yeah.
You see, I agree with you in the sense of if a good offer comes, we should seriously consider it. But then now thinking about it, I don't. Who drives the midfield in terms of bringing the? Yes, okay, you've got Pedri in terms of the passer, but my personal opinion, I find Frankie someone who drives the ball forward more,
Mhm.
and I don't think that Bernard can do that, and I don't think Gavi can do that. Gavi is more of a bulldog fighter, a bulldog player. He fights, and that's something as well Barca haven't had in a while, or as far as I can remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, Matthew. I haven't heard
I
you.
think my one thing with Gavi, and I think Volume, you were talking about the injuries. I mean, look at Almo. He was full of injuries last season. I feel like I saw this thing that they're saying they're having some of the players lose muscle mass and weight or something, and that is actually helping them, specifically Almo, stay more fit. And this year he hasn't had any injury problems, so I feel like Gavi and the injuries, I think injuries overall in the squad will get better as they try different things. Because I feel like even I think Almo is just a great example of like he didn't have any injuries this year. Rafinha did have injuries. I don't know if that is related to anything Almo's going through. But I think the the medical staff has done well in keeping Almo fit, and I think they can do the same for Gavi as it pertains to injuries.
I'm low key a little bit worried about Rafinha now that you brought him up. Rafinha had 3
Mhm.
injuries this season. Each injury was at least a month. He was
Yeah.
all over 3 months out this season. I don't know what he's gonna be like next season. Do you guys have any Barca reacts? Do you have any, Jonas? Do you have any worries about Rafinha next
Uh,
season?
so the Rafinha one for me, it's a tough one because a lot like, bro, man, like volume. Like I go like on a lot of shows, and a lot of Barcelona fans. I'm shocked at the amount of people that actually would cash in on Rafinha, because I think that I don't think the money is worth it, man. Volume, like, do you know what I mean? I don't think the 100 mil that we get for Rafinha, will it be worth it? Will the next winger, is he gonna hit the ground running? And I feel like Barcelona, look at our record without Rafinha. Like, there's clearly something that Rafinha brings that no other Barcelona player brings, because with Rafinha, we are almost unstoppable. And without Rafinha, we go to a team that is very bad. The record's not good. It's like 10 wins, I think a draw and like 6 losses, maybe 7 losses. And so there's something clearly, volume, that Rafinha is bringing, that even when he's not playing at his
Yeah.
best, he brings a higher floor, I like to say. And my thing with Rafinha is that this guy's helping us win right now. That's my thing. With Frankie De Jong, right? Even I'll even throw in guys like a Gavi. Gavi's been out there for a long time, and Barcelona still had a lot of success. Rafinha's been a main part of Barcelona's success. He's been a top 4 player. I don't know if he's the guy to cash. Is he the guy to cash
Oh,
out?
why? No, I don't think so. I don't think that's not what I'm totally not what I meant to say. All I meant to say is, in terms of next season, uh, he may be injury prone again, and we may suffer down the stretch if we don't have like a serviceable backup. Or why do you think we don't try Rafinha as a false 9? Why can he play the Dembele role at Barcelona, and we can get another winger on the left and just have Rafinha play that Dembele role? Dembele is not a better technical footballer than Rafinha, bro. Like, Rafinha should be able to play this role, and I just don't understand why Barcelona can't use Rafinha more of as a striker, especially in a striker dry market.
Nah, I hear it. I mean, do the other guys want to speak? Because I don't want to take over,
Yeah. If you don't mind, sorry.
Go ahead.
For Rafinha, I see like he brings hustle and an intensity that we were even saying in the beginning of the season that like even Yamal was lacking, and you were wanting to see more of the intensity and the pressing and the like hot pressing and winning the ball high up the pitch. And you wanted to see other players doing that, and he was the only one leading in that area of the game. And so he brings a lot of that. But just one thing, I really don't have any complaints for him except for one, is I think we've talked about this, is in the UCL, which is I think our goal for this upcoming season, go far in the UCL, make it to a final, is he, even against Inter, like, I love him so much, but he isn't a big enough threat like a Diaz is to create more space on that right wing for Yamal, which is why I think we either cash him out and get a winger that can do that, or we play him at the false 9. I just think we need a more
A
like
touch like winger.
like a Kvaratskhelia or a Diaz or even a Barcola. Like, I would love my Man City buddy and I were talking about it. He would hate this, but Doku would work so well
Oh
with
yeah, he would.
Yamal.
I
Like,
would love it. I would
I
love it.
just, which is why I was like, I don't think we should sell him, unless we get an insane offer. And again, I think you were talking because I was fighting in the chat yesterday about it, with some people. But if Saudi get offers 120 plus, 140 plus million,
Shoot,
we have to consider this. Like,
dude,
he's 30.
if we
He
get
has a family.
140, I mean 120 will be crazy. But if we get 140, dude, I personally go pack his things. I know that's the craziest thing about moving
Can
around.
I say one thing? Because I know a lot of Barca fans will consider, right? I just don't know, bro. Barcelona at this moment, we need Rafinha to succeed. That's the thing. So I mean, if it's for 120, I think I'll say yes too. But I'm just saying, my thing is this, Miguel. Where Rafinha has a lot of the intangibles. I look at Rafinha, he's like, I can win with this guy, man. I can genuinely. Miguel, our big game players, like ever since Lionel Messi has left the club, for me, I think Rafinha might be number one. It's Rafinha and Lamine Yamal for me, the top two. You know, pick your order. It might be Rafinha, to be honest.
But this is a situation where we may be facing a little bit like Dembele at PSG, where they have Dewey on the right, they have Kvaratskhelia on the left, so Dembele has to play as a striker. Why can't Barcelona do something like that? Why can't we get that touchline winger that we desperately need to balance the attack? Because everything's coming on the right side with Lamine Yamal every single time. And when Lamine Yamal is not on or he's getting triple team, the attack kind of dies down. And when we really need to go get somebody who can gain an edge or do something off the left, and Rafinha is getting easily neutralized if he's not being put in situations where he's in space trying to make runs and trying to do things like that, then he can't really beat men on men guys off the dribble, and kind of the game dies. And then Lewandowski is not getting any service, so the attack kind of dies down a little bit, to be honest with you. So that's what I'm thinking. Why can he play as a striker, and why can't we go after a natural left winger? Can you guys believe we haven't had a natural left winger since Neymar was at the club?
Yeah.
Since Neymar was at the club, we haven't had a natural left winger.
When Neymar left, all our problems started. Like, he did that thing in the UCL, and then we had to get rid of him to PSG, and then we blew a bunch of money on good players now, like Dembele. I think is one of the players we bought, and then he just didn't work out. And then after that, we just had to slowly. We were just bleeding after that, and then just going out in the UCL.
Yeah.
But
Leo, what are your thoughts?
We're talking about what, getting rid of Rafinha? Is what you guys talking about?
Yeah.
We somehow got here. We were supposed to be roasting Florentino Pérez.
I came into roast Real Madrid, man. Florentino Pérez. What an absolute embarrassment from Florentino, bro.
No,
and
bro.
he did classic Real Madrid, what all the Real Madrid fans do. Negreira. They robbed us. Oh my God. I just watched the full interview, and man, I can't understand if a Madridista would watch that and be proud of what Florentino went up there and said. Man, that was, man, it was sad to see. It just puts the nail in the coffin of the terrible season of Real Madrid, man. But yeah, honestly, that was beautiful for me. I don't know how you guys feel.
Yeah, I still didn't get your thoughts, Jonas. What did you make of Florentino Pérez? What were you most surprised about? Because he had a ton of surprising things. I could not believe he actually said that he would have 14 titles instead of 7, but he said he was robbed of 7 of them. Like, he literally said, I've been a president for 14 seasons, and the only reason why I didn't win it every year was because of Negreira, bro.
Bro, this is my thing. Florentino's huge. You know what's crazy? I actually thought he was gonna be serious and talk about the issues like Valverde and Tchouaméni and Vinicius and
everybody thought that.
I thought he was gonna talk about Alonso and the backstory and give us something. Brother, this guy was just talking about Negreira. Like, it was so embarrassing. And my thing is that it's a joke. It's actually a joke, because how do you come away with this season, right? Because one thing that really bothered me, Miguel, right? Because he's trying to damage the reputation of Barcelona, right? This is why Laporta, by the way, always fights back to protect the image of Barcelona, right? He say, correct me if I'm wrong, he said, I believe 18 points that like Barca should. How?
No, he said he said he has video proof. 18 points were taken from him this season.
Okay, this is my point. Okay, just to help me out here, right? Okay, where this season have Barcelona got favorable decisions? Because I can only remember maybe one game that it was like, okay, maybe we shouldn't have got that penalty. You remember Rayo Vallecano where the VAR wasn't working at Vallecas and the penalty, it probably wasn't a penalty. That's it. But that's 1 point, by the way. That's a draw from a loss. Where did you get the other 17 points? This is my problem with Florentino Pérez. He's just talking to talk. He's yapping. Like, he's legit. He's emotional. Did you see how he was fighting the reporters? This guy, he was not right in the head today. He was mad. Yeah, like, volume. Where did he get the 18 points? Because I only got 1 point. Maybe if you get 4, but where'd you get 18 from?
No, he's speaking out of his ass. There's no way. I mean, I've been laughing this whole time, dude. My throat freaking hurts from laughing so much in this stream, though. Like, seriously, like, no, this is I could not believe what he said. Like, some of the things from Negreira to the women don't know sports to like everybody was expecting him to resign, and then somebody asked him. He said, "I've never been to the doctor. My health is incredible. I know a lot of people want me gone," and like he literally doubled down and he called. A lot of people don't know this, but he literally called for elections. He said, "Anybody who dares to take my spot, come get it." Like, that's
it's an open challenge. It's an open challenge.
Well, that was the point of the press conference in general.
Let me say one more thing right before I want to let you guys speak. Right, I want to hear what you guys got to say. But like, do you guys remember also at the start of the season, right? Especially when Alonso was here, they couldn't stop getting penalties. Like, legit, when in doubt, it's 1-1. Madrid gets the penalty. So
83rd minute, 85th minute.
They
did you not watch the first?
Hey, remember the Rayo game with the Rayo Vallecano was they hadn't beat in like the 80th minute. I think Vinny scores in the 82nd minute, and there was a penalty in the last minute of the game.
Bro, hate watching was boring. It was genuinely like sleep inducing. It was horrible.
They had an all-time record-breaking penalties this season.
It's insane.
They rob and they complain, bro.
No, the crazy thing for me is I guess he just went absolutely senile, forgetting the fact that he brought in Xabi Alonso to be this revolutionary coach to change everything for Real Madrid, bring them success. Did he forget that he's the one that got rid of him? That they got rid of him halfway through the season? Then they brought in Arbeloa to change everything for them, and he's talking about robberies? Come on, bro. They set their own grave, bro. They set their own grave.
Pinocchio the Cone. Pinocchio the Cone is Arbeloa. There is no tactical bone in that man's body. He is a yes man.
Exactly.
Goes out there, it's my fault.
Exactly.
Oh, it's my fault. Oh, it's my fault. Bro,
Bro.
Xabi Alonso was your answer. Like, genuinely. Like,
yeah.
Why did you not? I think we've talked about this. Like, back in the Club World Cup in America, which is a tournament I'd never want to have again. I didn't like it personally. Go back to the 3-back with Mbappe and Vinny as your strikers and just have a strong midfield. Like, imagine what they could have if they brought back Nico Paz.
The players weren't listening to Alonso. Like, they didn't like the intense sessions. Like, they didn't. They didn't like the tactics. Like, bro, they were playing back threes and wing backs. And actually, it was getting results, even though at the time it was 1-0 and 2-1. But the players did not want to do it. Like, maybe Mbappe, he was actually one of the guys who was listening to Alonso. But a lot of the other guys were not cooperating. You know what I mean?
They don't want to work for it. I literally think that's just part of it. Is like, they don't want to – their egos, one, they don't want to work. And, like, you can see it with the attackers. They don't want to help on defense. And Xabi Alonso, like, apparently was too hard on them in training. So, like, you don't want to work hard to, like, be the standard of Madrid. Like, it's really sad because, like, I enjoyed, like, I'm a young football, like, fan. Like, I am young and watching, like, these games. And, like, I wish I could go back and watch, like, the 2-2 Classico with Ronaldo and, like, these guys. And, like, these guys who were the bar. Like, the 2017 team, like, I have so much respect for that team. These guys are not it. Like, they're not it. They're not
could you guys agree with this that maybe potentially, let's think about it. This 2-1, not 2-1, the 2-0 loss from this Clásico, it's even more embarrassing than the 5-0. Because at least in the 5-0, they created chances. They caused some problems with us. They got close to goal. And at the end, they also fought for the badge, bro. How many times they fouled us? How many times they brought our players
Yeah, they
down,
roughed us up
kicking
every.
them? Passion for the badge. This game was the most embarrassing and worst game I've ever seen from Real Madrid. And
Dude,
again,
and if you think about what was at stake, Leo, like
mhm,
something that has never been done before. An arch
exactly.
rival from El Clásico being crowned champions if you
Mhm.
lose this game. And they still didn't try, bro. These guys don't care. They don't want to play. Like, this is why I'm happy today, because the very first thing that I would do if I had the power of bringing Real Madrid back to their winning ways is actually Florentino Pérez out. I think Florentino Pérez is the main reason, because you see the setting the tone right now. What the tone that he's setting in that locker room, even right now, is that it's not the player's fault. He literally said it himself. It's like the fight was not the problem. The person who leaked it was the problem. He's saying the leak is the problem, not the fight.
Imagine
Like,
if your
he
ball was there
lost the
this
plot,
weekend,
bro.
though.
He lost the plot.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. This guy, dude, their season ended. Honestly, even though they won the El Clasico, their season actually ended that day, because from that moment, embarrassing Alonso. And I have to say this right now, because a lot of people are blaming Mbappe. A lot of people actually have to start blaming Vinicius.
No.
This guy also has an ego. This guy was a problem this year. He doesn't play well for what at that time, a year and 3 months, 4 months, and you have the ego to complain about Xabi Alonso, and then you get him sacked. You complain in that Clasico day, then the next El Clasico that you lose after the game, you get him sacked. This is ridiculous. And I feel like Mbappe takes a lot of the blame. What about Vinicius? This guy, I don't think.
I agree.
You know what I mean, Miguel? Like, Mbappe.
No, Vini fired Xavi Alonso with Valverde and Jude. They were the ones who fired Xavi Alonso. So that has to be part of the problem as well.
Yeah.
And
Can I say
to
one
me,
thing?
the way I look at this Madrid situation is that a lot of the things that people are blaming Vini, people are blaming Valverde now. They want him out. A lot of people want him, I think Madrid players now, they're saying that they want Valverde out of the locker room, and they're blaming Mbappe. I feel like these are symptoms. It's not the problem. It's the symptom, right? So it's almost when you have, let's say, dude, I recently had dehydration, and it took me literally like 2 weeks to recover. It was crazy. Like, I felt like I had COVID, but my head hurt. I felt like I had a fever inside me. Like, it was so weird. And my doctors kept telling me, like, you don't have a fever, you have a dehydration. You gotta drink. And like, dude, it wasn't like me blaming the shivering or like me blaming my headache, dude. No, those are symptoms. That's not the issue. The issue is that you dehydrated. That's the issue. And I feel like with Madrid is the same, bro. Like, people are blaming Mbappe. Yes, that's an issue. People are blaming Vini. Yes, that's an issue. But I feel like these are symptoms. The actual problem, the root of the problem, is the front office.
No, I mean,
But I want to say one last thing as I'm about to leave, just to finish it off for myself. Real Madrid, trophyless. Atletico Madrid, trophyless. Visca Barça. Suck on that, Madrid. And that's all I can say, guys. Much love to you guys. Have a great rest of your chat, and take care.
Hey, Visca Barça.
Visca Barça, brother. No, dude, I'm telling you. That's the best way to put it for me. It's their symptoms, not the problem. And that's why you have Mbappe posting a 2-0 down a la Madrid. That's why you have Mbappe posting in vacation. Why? Because he feels he's not the only problem. So he feels like he's not the only problem.
Yeah, I just want to say this, right? Okay, I know Mbappe should never do that, right? He should never, ever do that. It's unprofessional. No. But I kind of understand him, Miguel. But every time they lose, Mbappe, everybody else gets a pass. Everybody else, the manager, the players. And so I understand. And, I actually think Mbappe, I think his PR, these players are brands nowadays. It's not just, they're not just players. I honestly think he was told to post that. I don't think he just did it. To be honest, I genuinely believe this because all these things with the petitions, the agenda overall, I kind of understand it. And I mean, bro, who cares? Like, are we saying that Mbappe posting the story is truly the biggest problem at Madrid?
No, but that's what I'm saying, though. Like, I get it.
Captain got knocked out, and that's not the biggest problem. He got put to sleep. Come on, man.
No, and I think this is what I was trying to say, Jonas, because he's posting these things because he's butthurt because
Yeah,
everything is including. I don't think Mbappe cares about the fans. I think what Mbappe really cares is that Jude doesn't like him, is that Vinny and Valverde went over there to fire Xavi Alonso when Mbappe wanted to keep Xavi Alonso, and this was leaked. And now he's seeing all the blame. And then apparently there was this story out from Iñaki Angulo, who used to be a reporter for ESPN. Now he's a freelancer. He's a big YouTuber in Spanish. Anyway, he's had a lot of stories that he leaked, a lot of stories that have become true over the past months, right? And he said that Mbappe and Jude had an altercation where Jude basically told Mbappe, "We are better without you." And Mbappe and Jude went out and posted a picture of the Real Madrid squad on IG without Mbappe on it. And these are little things. So Mbappe seeing Madrid losing 2-0 to Barca without me. So he goes and posts it because I'm like, dude, I thought you guys were better without me. I thought you guys were going to win this game. And now he is going to rub it in their faces. So there's like this internal civil war going in between players where that you see you're not good, not better without me. And then I'm going to say I'm better without you. And we're much better without you. We're Champions League winners without you. Who are you? Right? So there's this whole thing going on. And Mbappe's laughing, leaving the training grounds. And I understand why he's doing that because he's basically rubbing in their faces. But dude, somebody has to fix this crap, bro. But to me, the main issue, again, the front office. Why? Tchouaméni should never have played Del Clásico because you're setting the tone and there's no accountability and there's no punishment. Then the players feel entitled and they're going to keep doing what they're doing. And to me, I think they should have said from the start, this altercation happened. Now they're saying, oh, no, I bumped my head on the table. Shut the hell up. Just go out there and say what happened. Just say everybody knows what happened. Just say what happened. Say there's a fine and suspend the players for 4 games each. Suspended. At least you set the tone.
The thing is, Tchouaméni, the reason why I believe he played is because El Clasico was coming up. I think if it was any other game,
and guess what? And they lost.
And they lost. I mean, I get that, but I think let's say if it was any other game, I think they would have fined them 1 or 2 games. But I think because it's towards the end of the season,
even if it's a Clásico, bro, because guess what? If you always got to side with doing the right thing. So if you exclude doing the right thing over an important game, then that's part of the issue because this is almost like saying I can't ground my kid because he's got prom, or I can't ground my kid because he's got a big event like next week or that. No, if he did something that's really bad, this was a historic embarrassment for the club. 2 players of Real Madrid getting punched in the face and fighting one day before, and then they actually fight the next day over. Yeah, man, that's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah, you know what's funny, bro? The Barcelona fans, by the way, they showed out in El Clasico. Did you see the chants? They said, "Where is Valverde?" in Spanish. They were chanting that. I was laughing so hard, man. Like, that was crazy. But no, Miguel's right. When it comes to the biggest problems at Real Madrid is definitely Florentino Pérez, bro. Like you're the guy. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, dude. Modric, he's balling out in Serie A. They probably should have gave him an extension. Who let Toni Kroos go? Who didn't get a replacement?
The thing is, that's Perez. Perez, I mean, historically, he doesn't give. I think once you reach 30, he only gives out 1-year contracts.
I mean, bro, I think they could have used Modric, bro. The way he's playing at Milan, still like.
No, Modric turned out to be a mistake as well. Not only because they didn't replace him, but because he's playing well.
No, but he's better than Thiago right now. He's better than honestly what.
Dude, he's better. He's better than Camavinga, bro. He's better than Camavinga, bro.
Yeah, he's better than he's better than 2 of their midfielders that are playing right now.
I think Real Madrid got too stubborn, bro. They got too stubborn.
Well, it's not even a fact of who's better. It's a fact that they need leadership in that squad, like dire need for leadership. Because it's really annoying to me because I feel like Carvajal has done jack squat nothing leadership wise, and I'm just confused why on earth, like, we all see the memes of Vinny and stuff, like, why is Vinny wearing the captain's armband when he is like like nothing against him, well, a lot against him, but like he's not a leader. Like he's not going to lead the team towards anything constructive. He's not going to unify the squad. Like we've seen that year in and year out, and we've like seen it even recently, even more. Like the dressing room is divided, and they need someone, a player who they respect, to come in and unify the squad for them to do anything. Like
I cannot wait to see Mourinho come through those doors, bro.
I think it's gonna make it worse. I'm excited for him.
Honestly, do they have any other choice? Like, I actually do. Who else are they gonna bring outside of Mourinho? Like, I feel like
I think right now, if Klopp doesn't want to come, I think you just keep this bomb Arbeloa, dude.
Keep Arbeloa, Miguel. Come on, you have.
Well, bro, think about it. Think about it. At least it's continuity.
Yes.
At least it's continuity. And right now, no matter who comes in, you're not ready for a new manager. You're not ready for a new manager, especially with the turmoil going on. Do you want to go through the embarrassment of getting rejected, bro? By even Mourinho, he's not going to fix it, bro. I'm telling you guys. I'm gonna release the video. I thought I was gonna do it today, but I might do it after this the games, maybe Friday. I don't know, but I want to give my thoughts on Mourinho. I think that Madrid is like the ex, right? Who all of a sudden is going through a rough moment, and whatever they thinking right now, oh, the nostalgia, what used to work in the past. You think you can go back with your ex, bro? It didn't work for a reason. Even when it worked for 3 years, and then he left. And that Madrid team was not this Madrid. This Madrid is full of egos. That Madrid that Mourinho joined in 2010, they hadn't won in a very long time. They didn't win a Champions League for a long time. And Mourinho came off of winning a Champions League. Right now, Mourinho, he's fighting the Champions League in Portugal for Benfica, bro. He's not even qualified yet for the Champions League. What makes you think that right now he is the manager to take over the squad? And he was actually getting into altercation with Vinicius Jr. In that Champions League match in the round of 16.
Yeah, I mean, I got no idea. The thing is volume. The only reason why I still think Mourinho is the best option is because it's the only option. Then that's it. I don't think anybody else was gonna come to Real Madrid. Jurgen Klopp, this guy's staying away. He's blocking their number. He's going as
the funny thing is, Xavi Alonso was the right hired, and they phased them out. They sided with the players.
But who do you blame for that? Vinicius,
exactly.
So if you want to say honestly, who is to blame this Real Madrid season? Everybody says Mbappe, but Vinicius long term could have done a horrible thing, bro. I'm gonna say this right now. A lot of managers don't want the Real Madrid job, as attractive as it is. You're not guaranteed any time, right? Forget that. That's always been Madrid. Any big club, if you lose for 1 month straight, if you have a bad 3 weeks, you could get sacked. But the thing is, like, for example, at Barcelona, Hansi Flick has full authority to do whatever he wants, right? He picks out the lineup. Nobody can complain. If you're late for training a game, you get a job. We've seen it with Jules Koundé. We've seen it with Inaki Penny. We've seen it before, right? There's discipline. You can't do that at Real Madrid. Vinicius has to play. Mbappe has to play.
I think historically, when you look at the two clubs, like Barca has always been a club of philosophy and system. Mm-hmm. Real Madrid has always been a club of, not a system based as you see like
superstars.
Yeah, but superstars. So like I mean, let's use Xabi Alonso as an example. And any future manager who does think of coming to Madrid, if you are a manager who's very tactical like Guardiola, or if you're like Luis Enrique, obviously Guardiola, I don't think he'll ever manage them. But these kind of managers, they don't tend to succeed because they're very controlling in their own good way. They work on a system. Madrid, as you said, they're all superstars, they're all egos, and they don't like to be told what to do. Don't try. But it's like more Carlo Ancelotti. But we saw how long Carlo Ancelotti lasted.
Tell me the difference between Tuchel and Mourinho in the philosophy of being strict. Tuchel had an issue with Mbappe because he was strict at PSG. And he was subbing them off in the 60th minute. He was subbing them off in the 70th minute. And Mbappe was livid. He was upset. He was like the little superstar. That's exactly what's gonna happen when Mourinho tries to do something or correct something. He will see exactly the same spoiled brats, the same Vinny, throwing a temper tantrum for again because he subbed off in the 70th minute.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like he was.
But you know,
I actually think,
sorry.
You go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that I actually was been telling Madrid fans I think they should get Thomas Tuchel because like what he's done recently.
Jonas, Mbappe fired him at PSG.
I know. That's the problem. I didn't know they had issues. Tuchel and Mbappe, right?
Yeah, they had. He fired him.
Madrid fans have told me this, right? But okay, if there was no issues, now there is, right? So Mourinho is their only bet. But I feel like that would be their best bet. Tuchel is not going to complain. He'll take over the team right away. And what I've seen recently, he's taken PSG to a final. That team outside of Mbappe and Neymar wasn't as that balanced. Then the Chelsea won the UCL, I believe, in his first season. Like I think he got it. So
I think Allegri is a good option too. Allegri, he's won at Milan, he's won at Napoli, and his tenures have been quick, but he's delivered a championship within 2 years, at least not the league title. And I think he's a name that nobody throws around. And I Conte, for example, another manager that, but it just depends.
You know where they mess up, right?
You know, if they brought Conte, I think you're gonna see huge fights. More because Conte, you're gonna see even more huge fights. Obviously, being Italian, very controlling. I think, like I was watching some interviews of Evra and other former players under Conte, and for Conte is they give training 150%. Like you better run back, you better come back and defend. Or you get substituted. So, like, just thinking about that El Clasico that happened in October, the biggest thing that Vinny mistake he did was he should have just kept quiet because tactically, even though we were losing that, we ended up losing. But Xabi Alonso was doing the right thing because he brought in a midfielder who can help in and to defend the lead. But they didn't. So Conte is going to be someone, or any other defensive or tactical manager is going to be doing the same thing. They will sacrifice Vinny because they need to, let's say they're winning or they're in a Champions League final or they're playing El Clasico and assuming that they're on the lead. I would sacrifice Vinny because you need to bring in a midfielder. And Vinny needs to know that you got to do what's best for the team, especially for this last 5 minutes. You've been taking last 5 minutes. It's okay. Don't cry. Don't make a big deal. You played 85 minutes. What's 5 minutes going to do if you're already winning the league?
Yeah, I got to go here in a little bit. Can I say one more thing?
Go ahead.
In my opinion, I think until, however they do it, until the players at Madrid can accept tactics and humble themselves that way, they will not succeed in Europe. They will not succeed in the Liga because the modern game does not allow for individual players to go that far and win trophies. It's all tactical. Like the managers these days need control for tactics, and it's just not how the modern game is played these days. And so I guess in my opinion is you can bring in Jose Mourinho, you can bring in Xabi Alonso back, you can bring anyone back, but you need players that can accept tactics. But other than that, Visca Barca, I gotta go. So have a good one, guys.
Thank you for joining, bro.
Yeah, anytime.
So for me, it's like this. It's like Florentino Pérez is not wrong when he says, I'm proven winning method. I've won La Liga. All he had to do is say, I've won before. Hey, we're going to come back. That's Madridistas. That's what they were expecting today. They were expecting a press conference, some sort of accountability. Madrid always comes back. The cliches, right? Madrid always comes back. We'll bounce back from this. We'll come back. We won Champions League. We won a Champions League 2 years ago. Those things are true. All he had to say is, I know, but he should have acknowledged of the mistakes that he has made, and he should just say, be more humble. And I think Madridistas wanted that, and he didn't give him that. And instead, he gave all this arsenal to talk about, and now we have so much ammunition to just literally make fun of this institution even more, that he's got this institution literally is a meme right now.
Yeah, no, it's mad, bro. And Madrid right now, they're in a down place. Like, nobody would have expected it to be this bad. And I'm not gonna lie, Miguel, this is a hot take. It could get worse. It generally can get worse. Let me tell you why, man. Because last season, every Madrid fan would say, oh, one of the worst seasons we've seen. Oh, it can't get worse than last season. This season, in my opinion, is even worse, man. Because after like midway, after honestly the Super Cup, man, they've been awful. Like Arbeloa came in, and Madrid this season. Keep in mind, there was a title race for the first half of the year. Then Arbeloa comes in, right? He has his little honeymoon period where he was winning in a row, 8 wins in a row, I think in La Liga.
Mhm.
Then after that, Miguel, the last 3 or 4 months have been horrible. Like it's been awful. It's been down and down and down. And Real Madrid, I think they need a generational window. I think they're not going to get the manager right. I think Mourinho, I just don't see it, man. I don't see it. I think there's a world that Mourinho gets sacked in November. Miguel, he might crash out.
You know,
Conte,
I gotta be honest on the Mourinho thing. I think that if Mourinho does join Madrid, and like I said, I'm gonna be honest. I think La Liga will be challenging.
Yeah, I'm gonna
La Liga will be challenging.
Look, La Liga will be challenging because Madrid has great players. I don't think it's gonna has to do with the manager. I think with Mourinho, there's a potential that he will be fired again. Do you really want to go into their 4th manager under Hansi Flick, bro? Dude, he's been slaying managers up and down, up and down, up and down. And I think it has a great option of not working. And you can say, Abdullah, that La Liga will be competitive. I think Madrid will be competitive next season just because they're Real Madrid and they have Mbappe, they have Vinny, they have players. Like they are still better than, even as a turmoil company or institution right now, they're still better than 95% of the league. They will still be competitive. They will still be competitive, but it has nothing to do with Mourinho. I don't think Mourinho will make them go over the hump. I don't think Mourinho is going to do what Hansi Flick did, for example, where he got from everybody in the roster. Like he literally squeezed every ounce of those limes. Like it just literally was a thing of beauty. I don't think Mourinho can do that. I think Mourinho, yeah, he's an okay manager. Like I'm not bashing on the guy, but
you know what it is, right? I think Mourinho, I think there is a world that he can succeed, but I just think it's unlikely because Mourinho, if you look at the Real Madrid tenure, even though he wasn't winning a lot, he won the league title when he was with Madrid. But the thing is, like Mourinho, his style of play, he relies a lot on individual quality, and the players have to buy in. They have to play defense, which I think he can actually get into that. I think Tchouaméni, Bellingham, Valverde, these are the type of players that you can play under Mourinho. But I think what's part of the reason why Mourinho hasn't been as good as a coach is the player quality in football that he relies on. It's not the same. Well, volume. He had Cristiano. I think that was prime Cristiano, actually, Jose. That's my hot take. I think that younger Cristiano before the 3P was the best Cristiano, a complete footballer, could beat you in he could dribble, he could do everything. Right? He was a monster. Then you had Karim Benzema, who's a very, very, very underrated striker.
Sergio Ramos, bro. Sergio Ramos, Pepe.
And I'm talking about the attackers, just the individual quality to just counterattack. You have Angel Di Maria, a young Angel Di Maria who was a problem, bro. Angel Di Maria would be a top 3-4 player, and bro, he might be second. But I think only Lamine Yamal. There's not many guys better than Angel Di Maria in his prime today. So I think Mourinho, he relies on a lot of individual quality, and with football kind of regressing, it kind of makes sense why his tactics, it's not really the same, man.
Yeah. No, I totally agree, man. I think it's been a great show, guys. I think we're going to wrap it up, dude. We're about 2 hours in. This is crazy. It was great. I'll probably keep doing a lot more live streams, and I may open up the lines on like the second, after the 45 minutes, when I'm basically mostly done with what I'm going to say in every show. Then I may open up the lines for whoever wants to call in. But any last words, guys?
Bro, Perez is a clown. I don't know. It just pissed me off. You know what I'm saying? Perez, you are, bro, why are you lying to your fan base, man? So that's it.
You should take it as a positive. The fact that he came out after Barca winning La Liga, we rubbed it in his face. You should take it as like that.
Back to back, bro. That's all
this is why I'm happy, dude. I'm happy about what happened today. I'm happy about what he said. I'm happy everything he did. He made a fool of himself, and everyone knows it. Every single Madridista, objective Madridista, knows that he made a fool of himself. I saw Dave today. He called he called him Trump, the Trump of football.
Nice.
The whole fake news, everything is a problem. Everything but me, everything else is a problem, not me. Hey, just look somewhere else. I'm happy that he doesn't acknowledge that these are issues, that he's blaming the system, that he's blaming Negreira, that he's blaming robberies, because the more you complain, the more you think you don't need actual signings. That's the thing. Like, he doesn't think that he needs new signings. He thinks he's getting robbed. Okay,
You're
so
right,
that's the case.
Miguel.
Stay losing.
That's a very good point. Sometimes, like, because we're competitors, right? It's good that he's not acknowledging the problems. And
Exactly.
what if some Madrid fans, like, actually not that many, but they're not so sure they'll get like a bunch of signs. Miguel, what if he has a similar window to like 2 years ago when they added Mbappe and Endrick, and that was basically it? And they say, what if they get one big signing and maybe like a youngster, and then they call it a day? And Perez says the squad is good enough, right? Because Perez always says that, man. January, the squad is good enough. So maybe him downplaying Real Madrid, their actual problems, and just blaming Negreira, I'm saying maybe that's actually good for us, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Abdullah, any last words, man? We're gonna wrap this up.
No, nothing. Just thanks for having me on the show. Great speaking to all of you guys. Hopefully we can do more of this and speak more about Barca.
All right, man. All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching until the end. If you haven't already, help us reach 100 likes. We are 5 likes away. On your way out, I'm gonna ask you to please like the stream. That helps us reach more people around the world. But guys, thank you guys for watching. Remember, Barca, guys, we didn't even talk about it. Barcelona have a game tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. against Alaves on the road. It's crazy. It's crazy how much content there is to make right now, man, with this whole thing. And now Barca plays tomorrow, which is crazy, man. But Barcelona, any quick predictions for tomorrow, guys? Quick predictions before we go.
2-1.
I have 2-1 as well. What about you?
3-1.
I think it's going to be more complicated. Alaves is in relegation zone, and they need to fight for their lives. I think they need 6 points to survive La Liga this year. They're going to try, but Barcelona will. I think we're going to get 100 points this season. But anyway, guys, peace. See you guys tomorrow.
Take care, guys. Take care.